The Seahawks is going to annihilate them. Seahawks is going to put fire to that thing. This is a Seahawks win, and it's going to be such an embarrassment. Oh boy. What's the deal, family? What's the deal? What's the deal? Yeah, down the rabbit hole we go. Down the rabbit hole we go. And we're going to go down this rabbit hole because essentially we got to make sure we understand the signs and symbols that's coming through into the fold. Wake up, Neo. Wake up. The Matrix has you. Follow the white rabbit. Knock, knock, Neo.
Message.
Look, I can't make it up. This Super Bowl has a whole bunch of, or a plethora of signs and symbols that's going to give us understanding for our journey, for our spiritual journey. And, you know, you got to look with that keen eye, that first eye, and just understand how far the rabbit hole goes. And speaking of rabbit hole, Bad Bunny hosting the halftime show is no coincidence because essentially it's unlocking the Matrix. And the Matrix is a big play in our world that keeps us human. See, the human is the enemy. When you start to understand that in your mind, you start to realize that you're beyond the human, you're beyond the fray, and you're outside of this circle of time. And these zeros and ones is just a representation of who you are divinely, of what you can create down here. So in this 2026 year, the 10 year, the zeros and 1 years, the creative year is up to you to create your own destiny forever.
Message.
I'll just tell you what it is, family. Follow the white rabbit. Follow the white rabbit. I remember when Neo said, follow the white rabbit. What does that mean? And then he's at the club and he sees a girl with the white rabbit on her shoulder. And sure enough, he followed her into freedom.
Sorry, bye.
So I want the family to understand that to the core. You got to go down this rabbit hole and understand that this Bad Bunny of yours is a particular freedom in the mind, a particular thought form, a particular idea. And when we see the Patriots and the Seahawks come into this Super Bowl, oh boy, just stay tuned and buckle up. What's up, y'all? What's the deal, family? What's the deal? Dreamwise here for another one. What's up, CC? Ashay 9, Rodney is. What's up, babe? Yeah, let's get it on. Let's get it on. So, you know, this bunny narrative has been showing up a lot in this particular year so far, especially with the Stranger Things coming at the end and us understanding that part of the story was the bunny or the Alice in Wonderland bunny, right? Which Henry was basically the bunny. And he had to break free of a certain shell of himself, a certain demiurgic energy to get back to his freedom, his joy, the childhood that he lost in that cave.
Message.
So, and y'all got to stay with me, family. I'm going to move fast, but you know, hey, Dream got you. I'm going to explain it. I'm going to break it down, and it's going to be thorough. Essentially, what we got to understand is that, you know, we've been tricked into being something that we're not. We've been programmed into an idea, into a thought form, into a thought virus that's keeping us a shell of ourselves. And essentially, we got to break out of that spell that's been casted upon us at a young age. And this Super Bowl is basically explaining that and giving you the particular narrative. Now, some of this stuff that I'm about to explain and show is going to be controversial and is going to, it's going to trigger something inside of you just based off of your human. But I'm not talking about the human. I'm talking about the gods.
Message.
So we got to look with our keen eye, our first eye, our Seahawk, and understand what I'm saying, because essentially, you know, spirit is at play, and spirit doesn't have any biases or no, prejudices against what you divinely are. So I want the family to understand to the core, like you're going down this rabbit hole, and Bad Bunny is a perfect symbol for this year, especially him being the biggest Hispanic singer / pop star in the world. Because essentially there's a lot of different caveats and narratives that's happening that's putting this symbol of Bad Bunny, of his particular energy, as the biggest pop star, as the biggest Hispanic Latin pop star. And we just got to understand what that means for the Super Bowl. Now, when we look at the Super Bowl, the last time these two played was in 2015. And essentially, it was the Patriots versus the Seahawks, 2015. And that was absolutely Super Bowl 49. What a coincidence, Super Bowl 49. So Super Bowl 49, and then this Super Bowl being at the 49ers stadium, we got to look at that 13 symbol and understand that that 13 just means your freedom. That 13 means you're outside of the zodiac. Remember in all my Stranger Things build, I was explaining to y'all like the 12, the zodiac is a time contraption of the earth that's making you human, that's having you think human thoughts or human adventures. So now you look at your zodiac sign and it says, hey, Virgo, you shouldn't go out today. But in the bigger grand scheme of things, you might have needed to go out today because essentially you probably needed to go through that particular uncomfortable experience just to get to another level of consciousness.
Message.
So these zodiacal energies, these demiurge energies, archon energies are holding you back. And the real game is to get outside of the zodiac, get outside of the 12 and become the 13. So Super Bowl 49 was the Seahawks and Patriots. They're having it at the 49ers, San Francisco 49ers stadium, which is the 13th. And San Francisco is an interesting place, you know what I'm saying? They're real progressive, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times they got a stigma on them that signifies, you know what I'm saying? Macho man. I want to be a macho man. Ha! Hey, you know what I'm saying? The Village People. YMCA. Talking about the YMCA. What? Chaos in the blood, baby. Hey, I'm just telling you what it is. So, you know what I'm saying? It got some kind of stereotypical energy on it that creates a certain, you know what I'm saying, sense of freedom. And hey, look, I'm going to be who I want to be. And as, you know what I'm saying, a heterosexual male, and you as a heterosexual female or whatever you are, right? We don't want to judge. That's the biggest thing in spiritual beings. We can't judge. We just got to see this world as what it is. You're an observer. You're the ultimate observer in this thing. So being the ultimate observer in this thing, you got to be able to, you know what I'm saying, see God in everything. Young boy. My big ass boy, what? Hell nah. Hell nah. I had a homeboy, right? We always knew he was gay or whatever. And essentially what happened was he invited us to his 21-year-old birthday party. And he's like, all right, cool. But he didn't tell us. He told us that day when he turned 21. But we knew. He was like, nigga, we already know, man. What the ain't nothing new. You think we blind in this thing? I can see. You feel me? Anyway, we didn't know he was going to take us to one of them clubs, them gay clubs. So me and my partner Jermaine, we walking, we outside, we looking, oh dang, this thing died. This ain't fire. It's dark outside, you know what I'm saying? We drunk, we already pre-game, we rolling and shit. We seeing all type of people in there. We like, oh, it's going down. Then we get to the front. We get to the front of that thing. I'm talking about it was Circus Olay. I'm talking about they doing all kinds of stuff. I'm talking about, and there was hood niggas in that bitch. So I'm sitting there like, what in the? We almost threw up because we was rolling. We both almost threw up. It was crazy. Just because we was rolling, and you know we heterosexual men, so we like, oh shoot. You know what I'm saying? It kind of took us by surprise or whatever. And the LGBT community, they got an expression of, you know what I'm saying, be who you of some kind of expression of, you know, creative dress and wear and stuff of that nature, or just kind of flamboyant energy, more you know what I'm saying? They dress up, right? So we got to understand to the core that, you know what I'm saying, we don't want to judge. We just want to be able to observe and not put no heavy stance on an idea just based off of how we believe the human is supposed to be. Remember, you're God. And then when you transition anyway, you're going to be an androgynous being that's beyond masculine and feminine energy. So you got to understand that to the core as well. So this Super Bowl happening in San Francisco, 49ers, 49 is a 13, seeing outside the phrase, seeing outside the circle of time, being the middle point, is very important. And again, like I said, the Patriots versus Seahawks happened or was number 49. And Katy Perry, you see her with her halftime performance, she wore this 49 just representing a particular energy, or representing, you know, the 49th Super Bowl. But now history is repeating itself, and we shall see how the rabbit hole goes. Now, I'm telling y'all now that the Seahawks is going to blow them out. Straight up and down.
Message.
The Seahawks is going to blow them out, and I'm not saying that in a way of, you know what I'm saying, looking at it from a lens of which team is better. I'm just telling you what Spirit is saying. Hey, Mr. Young, sorry for you.
Sorry for you.
Your Patriots is going down, baby. And that's just Spirit. Straight up and down. You got me with that goddamn Texans game, but now these boys is going down. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? It's just Spirit just showing naked ass. I can't even make it up. I couldn't even call the game if I wanted to. They're gonna get blown out, and it's not gonna be close. And I'm gonna call the score later. I'm thinking of a score now, 34-10, something like that. It's gonna be a wreck shop records. I'm talking about it's gonna go down. So, you know, this Super Bowl is Super Bowl 60, and 60 is the heart chakra. And if you look in the heart chakra, it's the 6-pointed star. As above, so below, as within, so without. So again, these signs and symbols for these Super Bowl and these anthropomorphic or personifications of ideas is just telling a story for you.
Message.
Gotta understand that Spirit, this world that we're living in, is a symbolic universe. It's a symbolic messaging world. And essentially, you have to be able to see your signs and symbols in this world because it's your first language. Your native language is symbols. Your native language is pictures. Before you had English, Spanish, Chinese, whatever, right? Your first language was pictures. And these pictures were permeating from your first eye, your pineal gland, your Heru. So now these pictures are telling a story or telling you 1,000 words. They're explaining energy. And this energy is something that you want to move with in order to be in your higher self or be in alignment with spirit. So your heart chakra is very important. And this is one of them Super Bowls that's explaining that to the core. And I'm going to break it down for you right now. The 60, the six equals sex, masculine and feminine energies combined, right? We got to understand that to the core. So when you look at that holistically, I'm just explaining, family, you got to get out of the human. This is an androgynous Super Bowl, or a Super Bowl that's leading to you being holistic, whole, tapped into your divine masculine and your divine feminine.
Message.
So we got that, we understand that, and it's happening with these two symbols, the Patriots versus the Seahawks. Now, here we go, and this is why these boys are going to lose, because we is not playing none of that stuff. The Patriot way. Now, the Patriot way is the idea of God bless America, the good old boys, America we stand, make America great again. Now, Trump has some interesting ideas to put white supremacy back into alignment with this particular American structure that we're in now. And essentially, he's going for his. He realized he don't got that much time left on this earth. You're like, you know what? I'm going to just go for mine and put this back into alignment. And some of his ideas or thoughts or his theories is, it might be looked at as extreme, but he's doing something that he feels in his heart that will break the systematic conformity state that we were in before. So, you got to look at it in different angles. Like sometimes you got to mix things up. Like with Obama and Biden, you could tell they was puppets. With Trump, he's just doing what he do. I ain't hear nobody speak about no deep state or nothing since Trump been in. So, you got to look at that lens and say, okay, well, he's just doing him. And essentially, he has a idea of how America should be. But these boys are going down just based off of the energy, right? And the energy of Trump is trying to conform everybody back to the good old boys or back to white apple pie. Toasty. That white apple pie was essentially the neighborhoods being segregated and being in a space of, this is where the whites are, this is where the blacks are. Now, there might be some good in that. But at the same time, at the end of the day, we've come so far that now, we're going to see what this amalgamation of races and cultures really is. Because there really ain't no multiple races. There's just one race, the human race. And then beyond the human race, there's the gods.
Message.
So just understand that the Patriot way is that, right? And the 10 that Drake May wears is basically the matrix, right? The zeros and ones, the conformity, the idea of creation. But if you conform to somebody else giving you your own thoughts, your own ideas, then you're not living in your own truth. Because the matrix or the powers that be put you in this system with your social security cards and your social security number and the public school training and the religious dogma thought that permeates America all over. And we just got to understand that invisible thread, invisible energy that's happening in this America that we're in, that's keeping you in this Christian motif or Christian mindset. Because essentially that's what it is. It's a sleight of hand to push you into worshiping something outside of yourself called Jesus, which is Sky Daddy. But the real God and the real power is within you. And understanding that you don't have to be in, how would you say, uh, uh, be caught up in the ritual of the patriot way. So I want the family to understand that, like, this whole ice and the ice storm that just happened, and shout out to all the family that's still going through um, particular dealings with ice and the weather, these weather storms, these winter storms. Like, hopefully all of y'all are good. I'm sending y'all love and light, because you know what I'm saying, in the H, it just missed us. So we're dealing with some bad weather, but we're not dealing with, what I'm saying, things of power outages and ice or snow or anything like that. But what I'm saying, they still shut the city down just in case. But it ain't no coincidence that Trump pulled off this particular ICE patrol, ICE police, and they take out majority of Hispanic families from America. Now, whether you like it or not, good or right or wrong, right? You know what I'm saying? It's the idea of believing that you need something for a landmass that nobody owns. So he doesn't own the land. Nobody owns this particular land. Really, and honestly, if we want to break it down, melanated beings own the land. And you know what I'm saying? The melanated beings and the Hispanic family is the same tree. So essentially, he's stopping our cousins from, getting their freedom on, if this is the land of the free. So now we got to understand to the core that spirit is showing us through the invisible thread that this ice storm and this ice police is an idea that we got to eradicate, that we got to remove, that we got to melt. The only way you melt that is by getting into your first eye or your Seahawk. Don't worry, I'm going to get there. So now here we go. Here goes the controversy. So Trump refuses to attend the Super Bowl, calls halftime lineup terrible. So one aspect of it is like, okay, well, he's staying the course of what he believes in, right? The white apple pie. You feel me? Hey, this is how we're supposed to behave. And that idea and that theory is wrong all the way, just based off of, you can't put onus on how somebody behaves. You don't own them. And how are we going to tell somebody how to feel?
Message.
So we got to understand to the core, like, hey, do you, I'm going to do me. And you know what I'm saying? We just going to observe this thing. You don't have to see. This is the thing about when you hear some of this rhetoric about people saying, "Oh, they're showing this LGBTQ movement on TV." Man, they keep showing this. Oh wow, they keep showing it. So turn off the TV. Toasty. Simple as that. Pay it no mind. Because at the end of the day, you got to understand that you have the power to turn it off. Read a book. Do something else. You don't have to pay attention to what they're giving you. They got it on TV because they know people are going to tune in, but you don't have to tune into that frequency.
Message.
So it says Bad Bunny to honor LGBT community by wearing a dress at the Super Bowl. So now this is the controversial human energy where people have to move out of the fray and see past the illusionary tricks of what's going down. Now, I told y'all about San Francisco, right? And then the 49ers is just the 13, right? Now, this is important because we just seen this in Stranger Things. Stranger Things, Will had to come out and express his truth through freedom or through love of himself, saying, hey, I'm a gay man. And he even say that. He was like, he was beating around the bush. He was looking around and, I just want to, and, I just really don't like girls like that. And he was beating around the bush, and his friends was like, "Hey man, come on, what you trying to say? We know, I like girls, but not like what you like." I'm like, nigga, just say that shit. See, they want to say the G word based off of, I don't know why they didn't say it. That's interesting. They could have just said it and then turned this bitch up. What's up? Feel me? But the bigger idea and the invisible thread of it is the boys that be in the closet, the boys that be lying to themselves, the boys that have this shadow self aspect of them that's not telling the truth. Nigga, we went to that gay club when I was 21 with my homeboy, whatever. We didn't go. Don't clip this up. We got tricked into going, boy. But nigga, we was like, nigga, there's a whole bunch of hood niggas in this bitch. What the hell? Nigga, we was like, wait, is that what's it? Hell no. Hey, I'm just telling you what it is. I seen it. Them boys was in that thing. And, this is back in the day. So baggy pants, you feel me? H-Town cuff, you feel me? The Southside fade and stuff. They in that thing deep, posted on the wall and shit. Crazy stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? That aspect of the invisible thread is more so about you being your true, authentic self. Thinking for yourself. Not being confined to an idea because you're afraid of what others will think. That's what Spirit is ultimately saying if Bad Bunny wears this dress. Obviously, he's doing it in San Francisco. We know what that San Francisco energy is like, right? And again, you got to look past the human and look into the God of this thing. And this is about you expressing your truth for you. How can you be your true, authentic self no matter what?
Message.
Very, very important to understand, family. I cannot make this up. This is beyond the human fray of this thing, right? I could have went down a whole rabbit hole and did the Stranger things with this, but I'm gonna let y'all make it. You gotta understand that this is seeing past the veil of the illusionary tricks of the human and seeing into spirit and understanding what spirit is communicating to us thoroughly. So now that freedom of expression, that freedom of self-love, that freedom to say, you know what, I'm gonna just do me and whatever, right? See, you got to think about this. There might be something that's tripping you up based off of stereotypes, based off of culture, based off of race, that's keeping you in lockdown in a shell of an idea of yourself. You don't gotta be the hood nigga because you from the hood. You can break free of that idea or that stereotypical energy and become greater by just being you.
Message.
By doing you. And that expression comes off more powerful, more authentic, more pure. But if you're stuck, a shell of yourself, constricted, confined, in lockdown, based off of, you know what I'm saying, the way people see you or judgment of others, then again, the real God that you worship is the people around you.
Message.
Let me see what y'all talk about, baby. Let me see what y'all talk about. Seahawk's been a glitch, clutch up. Oh no, the Seahawks. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Seahawks about to go for theirs. I'm telling you. What's up, y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good? What is good, family? Okay. So now this is the I Am Drama Super Bowl. I can't make it up. I'm just telling you what it is. Like, I'm watching that Patriots game yesterday. I'm like, God damn. How many times they gonna show Stephon Diggs? What in the world is going on? I'm sitting here like but this is the pregame. I'm like, wait a minute, this boy must be Taylor Swift. This boy must be Taylor Swift in this thing, man.
Message.
Every other 5 minutes they showing Stephon Diggs warming up. I'm like, what in the world? I said, hold on now. Hold on, TV. Hold on. Y'all doing something tricky here. The boy is not even the number 4 receiver on the team. He probably number 4. Why are they steady showing him when he only catches 3 passes a game? And then when he catch a pass, it's like the whole world done blew up. I'm like, see, that Cardi B effect, boy, the NFL know what they doing. They ain't slick. I know. You know Cardi gonna be at that thing. Fly. What? She gonna be in the box. Yeah, you already know. And every time they get scored on, they're gonna show her. Every time Stephon Diggs catch that 5-yard pass, they're gonna show her. 5 yards. Oh, hey. 5, just 5. And Stephon Diggs gonna catch another 7-yard pass. Yeah, they gonna show Cardi. Oh my God, my man. Hey, I'm just telling you what it is, baby. That stuff is a trap for you, straight up and down. And you know, this energy, especially with Cardi B being what you'll say, Hispanic, Afro Latina, that's what she called herself, Afro Latina, right? Essentially, it's that same narrative, because now we got to understand to the core that it's still happening in the fold of this Hispanic culture, and the idea of Cardi being in a relationship with a dude, or even in love with a dude that she really doesn't love, but she's doing it for the look.
Message.
Hey, we just gotta be honest, and we gotta keep this thing 100. You feel me? The dude got 3 other baby mamas this year. They on camera every chance they get for the look. They basically just had a TV baby. No matter how hard that sounds, this boy Stephon Diggs is sowing his seed, and he don't give a fuck. So now we got to step back and look at the aspect of, and then there's another case out on Stephon Diggs where he might see. This is an interesting thing. They letting him play, even though he got an assault case on him. The minute the Patriots lose, that case is going to be open and wide open.
Message.
Watch what I tell you. The minute the Patriots, the millisecond the Patriots lose, Stephon Diggs is going to court for this. It's going to be everywhere in the news, because they're going to lose, and they're going to lose big. And I'm telling you, they're going to lose big, 34-10. Might change my score as Spirit keeps on giving me messages, but 34-10. There it go. So, you know what I'm saying? We got to understand to the core, like, these two have a particular drama that we don't want in the idea of, how would you say, a healthy family, a healthy love, a healthy unit, right? See, when we're talking about families and raising this family structure, essentially what we're saying is like, look, hey, these babies need their fathers. and their mothers together to create understandings in this world so they can get on and get down with the get down. But essentially, when you break up these particular homes and families, essentially the family structure never intact, and now the father can't teach him some of the life lessons that he learned. I'll check this out real quick. Let's see. Check it out. Check it out.
Life, the conversation, the connection, the chemistry. A love and relationship interactive experience. February 14th, 2 to 6 p.m., Houston, Texas. For singles and couples ready to deepen how they love.
Sometimes transformation doesn't come from being alone. It comes from meeting the right people, the ones who reflect you back to yourself and remind you who you're becoming. Join us for a love and relationship interactive experience, February 14th.
New Love Live, February 14th, H-Town, stand up and look, family. This is going to be one of those that's going to transform you into anew to understand how powerful relationships are, whether that be friendships, whether that be business relationships, whether that be a love relationship. You have to understand that only way we're going to get down with the get down is by building with like-minded individuals. And essentially this event is doing that. We're coming into the fold of transforming minds and understanding how important it is to build healthy, sustaining relationships, whether that be through friendships, whether that be through love, whether that be through business relationships, based off of is going to keep on tripwiring your world. I cannot express the amount of abundance and wealth that I have gained through being friends with Brother Yosef.
Message.
The freedom, let me just let the freedom that I have found through just being this nigga friend and business partner. Absolutely amazing. I can't make it up.
Message.
So, you know what I'm saying? And we went through our trials and tribulations with other people who we was trying to build particular relationships with and friendships and business partners with. But essentially, we got to understand that, you know what I'm saying, the ones that will stand the test of times will meet you at the top. And sure enough, me and Yosef have been rocking for 8 years now. So, you know what I'm saying? This is a beautiful thing. And I want the family to understand that we're going to come through heavy with transformative energy and information that's going to be worth more than gold. And the instant downloads are here. The instant downloads are here. When Sasha becomes Oshun, Yosef, Brother Yosef. I listened to that way. So Yosef is, he is a spiritual being. This boy's birthday is 11/11, and then he bring that light and that differenter thing. So that's different, man. You ain't gonna hear nothing like this. So that instant download is ready. We're about to send out all 3 of these instant downloads. The Rays instant downloads: awakening divine love, fire, powerful, life-changing. And then mine, listen, family, this is one of the best tapes I ever put down. Living in Purpose. Living in Purpose. The Hindu mythologies decoded. And look, I'm just telling you what it is. When you hear this, I need you to comment on it, because essentially I just want the feedback to understand. Hey, all right, don't listen to this if you don't want. Say, this is the one, trust me. So these instant downloads will be sent to y'all, family. All the people that got tickets so far, it'll be sent to y'all today. And then, hey, look, y'all got, and then everybody else, February 7th is the last day we're giving out these instant downloads, which is about a week away, or a week and a half away, 2 weeks away. Yeah, about 2 weeks away. So, hey, Get your tickets, New Life Tools. You look for the link. Oh, okay. Okay, D-Ray put the link. Boom. Get it while it's hot and come join the family. All right, let's get to it. So boom, we have to talk about the Seahawks because these are the winners and that's us. Yes, sir. You know where I'm going with this. Don't play dumb. A Seahawk spiritually symbolizes divine guidance, powerful vision, focus, swift action, and messages from the spirit world.
Message.
Representing clarity to see beyond obstacles.
Message.
Strength to pursue goals.
Message.
And a connection between the earthly and spiritual realms. Often signaling a need to elevate perspective and trust inner wisdom.
Message.
I can't make it up, man. I said, oh, okay, the Seahawks, you know where we at, baby. See, the Seahawks is the sea that you're seeing with your first eye. And the Seahawk is essentially you seeing past the veil of the illusionary tricks, which is you seeing past, present, and future based off of you being Heru. See, the Seahawk is still the fire horse. We got to understand that to the core. Because remember, Horus is horse, which is the hawk. So Horus being the hawk, Horus, horse, hawk, the fire horse. So it's still symbolizing the same energy.
Message.
And we got to understand the sea is to see what you're destined to be. The sea is you conquering your 7 seas, your 7 emotions, your chakra system, which is the human. Remember I told y'all that in Stranger Things, the 7 is still the human. So if you can conquer these 7 seas, 7 emotions, 7 chakra systems, 7 continents, then you are the ruler of your world.
Message.
So I want y'all to think about it like this, like Heru is a symbol, a powerful symbol for having a bird's eye view. And this bird's eye view is being able to see into your future. But it's not necessarily you saying, okay, I got a crystal ball, I can see into my future. It's you seeing in your mind's eye who you are destined to be right now. And then the future comes into the fold based off of your vision desired, or based off of your vision in your mind's eye. So we got to understand to the core, what are you seeing? What picture are you seeing in your mind's eye? Do you see yourself, Seahawk? Do you see yourself as a winner, or do you constantly see yourself as somebody that's a human, somebody that's controlled, somebody that's conformed, somebody that's afraid to be themselves? See, when I'm telling you that the judgment of others doesn't matter, you got to understand that to the core. Your God doesn't have no judgment of what these humans think. You got to really feel me when I'm saying this, because again, that's what will set you free. When you transition, none of these niggas is going to be at your funeral. You got to understand that to the core. So you can't put no onus on any person saying, that's not right.
Sorry about you.
That's not good. You can't do that. Who the fuck are you? What? So we got caught into this spell and this matrix of conforming to an idea of what others think, how society moves, how society is groomed into a pattern, a hypnotic rhythm pattern that's keeping everybody in a conformed state. that's keeping everybody from expressing themselves freely. So getting back to that gay narrative that's happening in the Super Bowl, hey, I'm just telling you what it is. Essentially, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people is gonna have to come out of the closet. A lot of people is gonna have to come out of their own closet of the shell of themselves, or the idea of I have to be this particular way because I don't want my mama mad at me. My uncle said I had to be like this, so okay, I don't want him mad at me, so I'm gonna stay in that particular energy, even though it doesn't suit my nature. You got to come out, you got to express yourself freely, and you got to be true to yourself, because that's the only thing you have. And you can't worry about what others are doing or how everything else looks. You're going to just have to do you, because at the same time, at the end of the day, when you do you, that's when you live in your dharma. And that's when you actually help others do them.
Message.
So I want the family to understand that to the core. Like, we got to get into the space of doing us and doing us completely. Because at the same time, at the end of the day, there's nothing else but us. It says, many consider to be a spiritual messenger, a Seahawk, offering clarity to the questions in our hearts and our opportunity from growing and healing. Hey, understand, do you and do you to the fullest. And you know what I'm saying? At the same time, at the end of the day, when you do that, the freedom will reign supreme in your being. And again, I got the Seahawks winning 34-10, because it's the fire horse coming into the fold and being able to see past any illusionary tricks that's holding us back. All right, let's get it on. Let's get it on. So now, boom. Now, this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about freedom. And this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about doing you. Ryan Coogler and Ryan Coogler and the movie Sinners have won 16 nods. 16 nods. Congratulations to the family. 16 Oscar nominations. Now, that's a big deal, because at the same time, the 16 is what? The 7. And the 7, again, is you ruling over your 7 seas, 7 emotions, 7 continents, your 7 chakras. So essentially, what I'm saying is Sinners was such a creative movie in the aspect of challenging. Go see my Sinners Decoded. Challenging the Christian motif thoughts and the Christian motif idea that's ruling over America, that it absolutely obliterated the Oscars, and they should win half of them nods.
Message.
Straight up and down. They damn near should win all of them, maybe. Because the movie was so good and so thorough, I don't see how they missed. Very powerful movie, very great movie into understanding that you got to break the social structure or the systematic mindset, the hypnotic rhythm mindset of the Christian motif, because that's the only way you're going to be your own star. Like you've seen the young God at the end, he went off to go see who he was destined to be. He went off to go explore his adventure and try his thing. There go the Seahawk again. So remember, the Seahawk is Moana. You got to go out to sell and see, SEASEE, who you're destined to be. You got to set sail on sea. You can't let your family members hold you back on this particular landmass that's going to have you in a controlled-like state or in a conformed state to be able to do what they want you to do. This is about you doing you. This is about you thinking for yourself. And this is about you moving into a space of your own creative genius. So Ryan Coogler did a fabulous job of understanding that story is the key, right? And creative stories is going to move the needle. And this one was one of those. This is a creative genius story, and he's making us all step up to the fold and, express ourselves creatively that much deeper. Just by him putting down this masterful story and implementing a symbolic story that's shifting minds of others, or from the Christian standpoint, vantage point, belief. Very important to understand. Shout out to Ryan Coogler again. Conquer your 7 C's, your 7 emotions, your 7 chakras, and do you to the utmost, do you to the fullest, because it's going down in a major way. Yes, sir, family. Yes, sir. Let me see what y'all got. Let me see what y'all talk about before I get down, man. Get down here. Awesome breakdowns. Thank you, family. Thank you. Yes. I just want y'all to understand this to the core, that this is you. This is you all the way, and you got this. And we're here, and we're making plays happen, and we're making it happen. You feel me? What's up, Jasleen? Yep, that's 7. I want Seahawks because Sam Darnold wears 14. Ashe, Titus. Ashe. Karmic retribution. Absolutely. My life path is 7. That's fly, divine divinity warrior. That's fly. It's time. 2026 is the year of breaking free of any kind of stereotypical control that's holding us back. It's time to shake this thing up. We got so many tools out here today that can help us express ourselves clearly and effortlessly. AI, different aspects of this AI is coming into the fold that's helping us express ourselves. As you see, Yosef is a masterful artist now, with him bringing particular music to the fold, and y'all go check him out on Spotify. You feel me? So there's different ways you can create, and that's the only thing you have is your creative sphere, which is divine feminine energy, which is the matriarchal energy coming back on top, which is the black goddess coming back into her reign. So I want the family to understand that to the core. Do you to the fullest, and don't let nobody, I don't care who it is, stop your light. Yourself, family, like and share this thing up. And again, new love life happening. The conversation, the connection, the chemistry, love in a relationship, interactive experience. February 14th, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Go get your tickets. Go get them now. And then the instant downloads last until February 7th. And the people that already got their tickets, you will receive yours today. Shout out to the family. Love and appreciate y'all, man. Peace to the gods.